Hello everyone, this is Game Collector here, and welcome to the follow-up for Soundwave, featuring Beast Hunters Soundwave. Yes, I now have both of them. I found this guy at a Toys R Us, and I I either wanted to get him, or the Soundwave Cassetticon sets, which were, they were $10.99 and he was $15.99, but he was the only one left, and the Cassetticons were, taking up shelves. There were a lot of them. So, I took this guy over the other ones. Plus, I really like how he looks in his plain mode, because of the wings. Might also look into getting, microns to attach right here and here, because he has the extra ports for them. Even though they're meant for this hair trigger grapple gun cannon claw thing. Yeah, so I'm going to move him off to the side and show you his box. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call that a bio. But here are his stats. And if you remember me saying on the other video, remember this, it'll be important later on. Well, I'm not going to read these off. I'm going to show them. But these are his exact same stats from the previous video. Nothing has changed. Want proof? Am I lying? No, I'm not. They are exactly the same. So, yes. There you go. And if you really want to see his bio that bad, well, here it is. It's on the instruction sheet. But because it's on the instruction sheet, there's going to be a lot more glare. Let's see if I can do something about that. Not sure if you can read that, but if you can, by all means, please pause so you can read it. I'm trying to block as much glare as I can with my hand. Okay, you done? Good. Let's get on to the toy. Where's the toy? Here's the toy! He looks really more bird-like now. This is an alt mode I'd expect to see on Laserbeak. Maybe. So he comes with the little grapple gun, which has a hair trigger. And I've seen other reviews of this saying this thing has a hair trigger on it. So I might do a figure fix-ups of this thing, taking it apart and trying to figure out why it has a hair trigger. And yeah, it has the dripped-in plastic, and so I've heard that no two figures are exactly alike due to the dark blue plastic being mixed with the light blue plastic or gray plastic. And oh yes, I do have a few complaints about mine. This wing doesn't peg in all the way. So I have to be very careful how I hold him in vehicle mode, so this part doesn't decide to go whoop and just go like that, like it just did, with minimal effort at all. This one, however, pegs in nicely. I'm not pulling very hard, so it's not coming loose. But with this one, any amount of force just dislodges it. It's really wibbly, as I've been using lately. And I don't remember which arm it is, but one of them doesn't all peg in all the way up here either. So, yeah, we're already off to a fine start. And just to get it out of the way, because it looks like a bird. There, out of the way. Since I didn't do that in the last video. Also, very bright neon G2-ish colors here. A lot of it. I don't mind that, because I grew up during G2. I've seen much, much worse. It's true, I have seen much worse color combinations than this. So, let's turn him into a robot, shall we? Yeah, let's just start off with what I did last time and raise these up so he's shaped like a giant Y. Yeah, it's this one. The entire left arm and right wing don't like to cooperate. So, split those down so he looks like an M again. Oh boy. Now, again, I also prefer giving this one the straight legs. And all of this black plastic on his feet and what will become his arms are now soft, rubbery plastic, which are not fun when you put him back in vehicle mode because they don't like to cooperate at all. Okay, the legs are now split, and he has the same general transformation. I'm just doing it over for the minor tweaks, because he now has a new molded feature into his foot. So he does have a bit more of a toe, I guess. And yes, I'm going to give him the standard long legs instead of the short, stubby reverse legs, because he has sneakers. The bright neon yellow sneakers. Which I honestly like the bright yellow on him. It made the bright yellow and the dark blue just go together. They pop. Now the arms, and this one actually sports a Decepticon symbol. One I have yet to find one on the other one. He sports one on each shoulder. So, assumingly, if you have him bent, this is his default arm. Hold on. Camera's still blurry. I need to adjust that. Okay, I hope that's better. And the peg on the wing this time is quite a bit longer, so it takes a little bit of effort to pull it out. And yeah, his entire arm is made of a soft, bendy plastic. Now, the last one is also made of soft plastic, but not as soft as this. It's like safety hazards all around. Hasbro does not want your lawsuits. And that's as far out as his arms can fold because of this. And you can attach his little gun here if you want, or store it on his back. And you fold this back just like with the other one. Let the brand new head fold up. And then close it. Now I really like his new head. The new paint job on it, because it just makes me think of G1 Soundwave. Now, while he still has no face, it's clear where his face should be, because it's painted yellow. Or if that's even his face at all and supposed to be his eye. Which is very reminiscent of G1 Soundwave, along with the blue face. The little silver parts on there, I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. And now that I think about it, I don't remember if Soundwave in G1 had a black crest or a silver crest on his head. I think it was silver. But either way, his head looks far more distinct and stands out. And note, oh, right. You flip these up for his robot mode to fill in the chest a bit. And it looks like he has battle armor. Well, he kind of does and kind of doesn't. And I'm going to bring in previous Soundwave here, just to give you a nice little rough comparison. Oh, I'll put him on the other side. He has pretty much all of the same joints, though his brand new wings kind of changed the clearance with the spikes and all. All the same joints. This can bend in because it's on a ball joint. This is on a swivel. And yeah, this is about as far up as you can get it, because of the little blades on there. It's about as far back. And the arm still has the little wrist. And the legs are pretty much exactly the same. He even has the same leg clearance issue. And go up, back. And because I did it for the last show, I'm going to do it here too. And this is what he looks like with chicken legs. Which kind of makes sense because he's more bird-like now. But it really, again, it hinders his height and posability greatly when you use the actual leg configuration for the instructions. Now, with he has a brand new chest piece, and I'm sure you saw why in the on the box portion. But we're just going to unpeg this little thing right here. Little itty bitty tiny thing. And just fold this all the way down. And then fold these back. And you have little itty bitty tiny cute Ravage. It's adorable. It's just adorable. And no, he does not have the same weapon applications, though I'm sure he does, because I haven't tried, as Laserbeak, or Not Ratbat. And yeah, they're about the same size and in scale with one another. But if you really felt like it, you can take Ravage and put him in chest piece mode and put him on Series 1 Soundwave, and then have Laserbeak go on Series 2 Beast Hunters Soundwave. Sorry about that. Camera doesn't always like to cooperate, so wanted to see if anything needed to be fixed. Also, you know, this Soundwave's head is higher than that one. Yeah, because there's a molding difference in his cone of shame. So I'm going to return Ravage to his proper Soundwave and Laserbeak to his. And now this one will go off to the side for another day. The one problem I have with Ravage is he doesn't like to peg in very securely. But once he's in, he actually fills Soundwave out quite a nice bit, giving him more of a bulky chest, which looks very appropriate on this figure in particular. There's just so much I like about this one. Aside from this arm, I can't find anything else that's wrong with him. I also like the spring-loaded gun thing. That does not bother me at all, because I like spring-loaded weapons. Those are from my childhood. And yeah, this little centerpiece thing closes and opens. Little data drain claw. And I'm so glad this is on a string, because I also like those kinds of weapons, because you can't lose the ammo for them. You can peg it in on his butt while Ravage tries to jump off of his chest and eject for his next mission. Or you can't peg it onto his butt. Or you can, but it has to be sticking straight out. And while you can wind the cord around in a very, very bizarre manner, several bizarre manners, rather, I prefer to just have it hang loose. And let's put Ravage on there. That's my complaint. He likes to jump off on his own. If that were a gimmick, that would be a great gimmick. Just press it down and pop. But we already have a Soundwave that's getting that gimmick, and I don't have him yet. I'm lucky I managed to find this one. There we go, because of the extra back weight from the gun. Maybe later I'll show a video of this Soundwave using this as a... or better yet. I always like these things because I always like to hang my figures from objects. And there we go! Got some Mission Impossible action going on here. Dun, 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 dun. And now as for the big swirls on mine, he has them on the legs. Very big on the legs. You can kind of see it on... yeah, it's... a lot of the swirl came in on this arm. And there's almost none on this arm. It's like virtually impossible. You can see little specks of it, but there's just a whole lot of swirl on this arm in particular. And if you want him to have like a sort of pseudo melee weapon or something, all you really need to do for that is just take this hand, fold it in like you were giving him his wing arm, and here's a giant hook. He has giant mantis hooks for melee weapons. You can do that with both of them. But I prefer at least having one arm as a mantis hook and the other one as a hand. Plus, these things are huge. You could also use them as blast shields. So, yeah. This one comes with a lot of cool stuff. Just so much. I like this one better. Honestly, I like this one better than the other one. That's probably also why I got him, because I was looking so forward to him. I like the colors, as neon as they may be. The dark blue and the bright yellow. Swirl plastic doesn't hurt. I like the new wings. I don't really like this brownish plastic, but it doesn't really bother me all that much. For Ravage and the arms and the claw thing. But again, that doesn't really bother me that much. The pros outweigh the cons here. And I just realized that I made a stealth pun without even realizing it. So, I'm going to continue Transformers Prime for next week and the week after with 2 more figures. And yes, this will be a follow-up for the other Soundwave. They'll both be uploaded the same day and or week. Okay, later.